sir.
There we go.
Welcome aboard.
Hey.
There we go. All right. There we go. I don't know. This thing's been giving us a fit this morning. But anyway, so Mike Carpenter and Becky with Western Ritaville House Concerts. How y'all doing this morning?
Good morning, Danny. Great.
Yeah, man. It's so good to have both of you on there this morning. And so, I've been, as we talked throughout the week or whatever, I'm a big fan of everybody that does house concerts. I believe it's the blood and the everything that keeps the music rolling, supporting the artist, and it's such a huge thing. But it's also a lot of work. And we have house concerts here at the Tiki Bar and in the Chocolate Bar as well. But it always stresses me out because I want 100 people to show up so everybody gets paid and everything's going good and all that good stuff. So, how long you guys been doing this?
We've been doing house concerts for about 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
It sort of started off as just allowing our Parrothead Club to use the yard, to have parties and to kind of bring in artists. And it very quickly evolved to us inviting, folks on our own and kind of hosting our own. They're a lot of fun. They are stressful, but you know what? Each one gets easier.
Yeah.
A lot easier. So that newness is sort of worn off. So we sort of know what to do, what to expect. And we love supporting all the artists and the music too.
Yeah, and I think it's really cool. One of the things that we talked about was that you guys work with other house concert venues to help the artists, hey, I know this house concert venue here, there, or whatever, so maybe we can get you here on Friday night or Saturday night or whatever, and maybe you can play over there on Sunday. I mean, that's really all of us working together for the same common goal. That's really what it's all about.
Right. We definitely try our best for that. I know that there's some venues have a little bit of a proximity problem, that they're too close to each other, so they don't want to necessarily share artists because people will only come to one of the shows. But so we're in Columbus, Ohio, and we're about 2 hours from Cleveland and about 3 to Pittsburgh. So we do kind of work with them and try and make the artist time kind of worthwhile, so they make one trip to our region and can hit 2 or 3 shows at once. And there's no competition at all. People go to more than one show a lot of time because it's just not that far to drive.
You see, and that's what I like about it is, there is a lot of competition, it seems like, between some house concert venues and stuff out there. Everybody's trying to get an award and all this stuff, and I just don't like that. I mean, I think you should be getting awards or stuff like that for all the right reasons, but anytime you have stuff like that, it does create competition where we may be missing out on what we're actually trying to do, which is support the artist. And when you guys are working with other house concert venues, I mean, that is exactly how it's supposed to be done.
Well, there's something to be said about that. And, that we don't get a lot of opportunities in this region for the artists to come here. Mm-hmm. So when they are traveling through, it's sort of a big deal. And, each venue has a little bit of like a uniqueness to them, right? Mm-hmm. So that the hosts are a little different, that the way that they run it are a little bit different. So we try and make everything very special so that people kind of remember them and come back. And I know that others do the same.
Sure.
We try to make them as special as possible so that the artists kind of walk away going, wow, that was a great show, and that all the fans now have a new artist to listen to.
Yeah, I mean, and so where are you guys located at? Tell everybody kind of, where you're at and what's the easiest way to get to you.
Sure. So Westerville, Ohio is a suburb of Columbus, Ohio. So we're right
they're in my area.
Yeah.
So I-70 and I-71 crosses right through Columbus. A lot of people don't really realize that Columbus is a very big city. We're the biggest city in Ohio. It's the capital of the state. We just don't have a big, pro football team, so people don't really consider it a big city. But we have the Ohio State Buckeyes, so we have that.
Yeah. B-Dog says OH, yeah.
So we are less than 3 hours from Indy, Detroit, Louisville, Cincinnati, Pittsburgh, Lexington. Cleveland, and about 6 hours to Chicago. So it's not far for folks to get here.
Now, do you have a particular favorite day of the week to do house concerts? I mean, I've had people like, hey, I'm going to be coming through on Wednesday, and I'm like, man, I don't know about that. Saturday is our time to do house concerts. Saturday night, even Friday nights, people are getting off of work. They got to run their kids here, there, and everywhere else. So, how about you guys? What do you feel about that?
Absolutely, Saturday is our preferred day as well. We have had them on different days, and that's when people show up, right? Because and you know how it is. You get home from work on Friday, and you have plans, but they're sort of optional, right? They're not committed to being here. So sometimes we have no shows on Friday nights, but we just hosted Aaron Scher's on Thursday night. But it was an indoor show, and it was one of these deals where he's traveling with his family right now in his RV, so he was going to be passing through here. So hey, let's do it.
Yeah.
So it worked out very well. He got a little bit of money to put in his gas tank for his travels, and we always do a Facebook live stream too. I love getting the word out on our page and to our friends. So we've got, digital audio and HD video, live streams for every single show, and then put the artist, payment information out there too. So they'll hopefully get some online tips from it too.
That's perfect.
Saturday is for sure our preferred day.
Yeah. I mean, if you have time enough to promote it, it's not something like, hey, I'm coming through next week, that kind of thing. I mean, I've had to, just be honest with some of the artists or whatever, like, hey, I'm going to be in your area tomorrow. You think we can have a house concert? No. I mean, I'm sure, and we have a guest room for the artist, okay? And I always tell them, if you're traveling through here, do not pay for a hotel, okay? Even if you're just spending the night and you're having dinner with us and you're leaving in the morning, don't pay for a hotel, So we have that, but they're always wanting to play, and so, we can round up enough of our locals, as we call them, to come over here, But I'd like to have a little better notice than that.
We tell everyone the same thing. You're welcome to stay here. We have comfortable bed. We'll feed you dinner and breakfast. Yeah. It's really no skin off our backs. In fact, we enjoy it, right? So we wouldn't offer it if we didn't want it to happen.
Sure.
So every artist, whenever they're passing through Columbus, they're always welcome. And something that I'm doing in the last maybe 6 months or so. So I've made a list of all of the appropriate venues around here, whether they're just small bars or listening venues or some of the bigger clubs. Because we can't say yes to everybody. That's the hardest part about this, is
Sure.
saying no to artists, because we just don't have the time, to make 15 shows happen every year. But I will help them, and I will share the venue information around town. And then if I can do anything locally, like bring a flash disc with their music or talk to the manager, I'll do that. And then, of course, they're welcome to stay here. So there's a few that are in play on that. Kate Mills, Christy Krause. I'm not sure if you know Christy Krause or not.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Might be possibly kind of passing through here. And then just, I think Mike Nash, has that list. There's some others with the list. So, we can't say yes to every show, but at least I can kind of help them get gigs as they're passing through.
Yeah, that's a good point, too. Danny Hoy and Key West Chris, I was very fortunate enough for them to come to our summer party earlier in July, and they always they came here and evacuated during Irma for 2 or 3 weeks, and they always want to go out and see the local artists. They always want to go and listen to them play, and they're always looking for these venues, right? Next time I come up here, I'm going to talk to the manager, and I'm going to get his information, so the next time we come up, we might have a place to play here or whatever. So having a list, because breweries are the microbreweries is huge. We've got 18 of them here in Chattanooga, and they all have live music from time to time.
Yes, they do.
Mm-hmm. It's the same around here. They are sprouting like flowers. They're all over the place now, and it's not just the microbreweries, but it's there's a lot of wineries that are very friendly to live music as well.
Yeah.
Whether it's indoor, outdoor, garden type of music.
Yeah, very cool. Now, another thing that I mentioned it earlier during the show that you guys do is you do raffles during a house concert, which I never really even thought about that. What a great way to raise some money. How does that work? If everybody raffles, is it kind of like a 50-50 thing, kind of like we do at a Parrothead thing? Is that how it works? Or?
Mm-hmm. Well, we try and keep it simple. And so what we've done, I think the last maybe 4 shows, is we have just bought a bottle of rum or whiskey or something that we think that the crowd might like, or maybe is more appropriate to the artist, right? So if it's trop rock, we might get rum. So like for Carrie Welling last week, we got a bottle of Jack Daniel's whiskey because she's from Tennessee.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So what we do is we again, make it very simple, a bucket. I think we do like $5 for 2 tickets, $10 for 5 tickets. And we go around, collect the raffle at the halftime or the intermission. Then we just draw a name, and then they win the bottle. So for our investment of $25 or so, we usually raise 85, 90 or more dollars, and then that goes to the artist. So that helps to, again, it puts gas in their tank to get to the next gig, but it makes it a little bit more worthwhile for the artist as well.
Yeah.
And then, not that there's a bidding war, but people get pretty excited on raffles sometimes. So, sometimes you get a lot of people that put in, $20 or so. So the numbers kind of go up from there.
Yeah, and kind of like a Parrothead party, you don't do that at the beginning of the party. You wait till everybody's had a few drinks, right?
Yes, sir. Absolutely. But yeah, we try and keep it simple. There's a lot for hosts to do and host and manage and to socialize with people. And we don't want to make it feel like that we're patting people down all the time at all either, right? It's like, here's the donation bucket, here's the tip bucket, and then a raffle is optional.
Yeah, people will go out and listen to an artist play at a restaurant, for instance, just your local place, and they're gonna spend $70 or $60 on food. They're gonna pay the high prices for drinks, and so in the house concert world, you're getting the entertainment. And a house concert, is you're getting to hear all those stories behind the music that you wouldn't get to hear in a restaurant. And and usually, like we talked about, you guys do like a potluck. Everybody brings a dish kind of thing, So there's food. You got great entertainment. And it's all about supporting the artist.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a social event, right? So we definitely encourage people. So we do a 1-hour meet and greet up front. So we'll do doors open at 5 and show at 6. And then intermission, we encourage people to talk. Now, I do get up before the show starts and ask people to respect the music, to respect the fellow listeners and the artists, that if you want to go, have a conversation, just kind of walk away a little bit and do it.
Yeah.
So we try and just do these little things to help support the artist and to make people kind of comfortable. So like last year we didn't do a potluck because that wasn't very comfortable for people. Last year I drew lines on the grass 10 feet apart and asked people to sort of stay on the line, right, so that they felt like they were separated physically, and did other things kind of last year. Food definitely brings people together. And there's some great cooks out there, so we really enjoy when people bring good dishes.
Yeah. Has anybody ever called you a perfectionist?
No, I'm an IT engineer, so
Well, you see, what I mean is you really seem to be well organized, and you think of a lot of the things, because people don't think about that. You've got to say, now listen, respect the artist. They're here. They want to tell you the stories. They're here to play the music that they've traveled from God knows where, and they're here now. So let's enjoy the time. Because you might have that one person who wants to go around and talk to everybody, right? And you gotta have that conversation and let everybody. And respect is a key word there. Respect the artist.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we've never had a problem. We get new people that come every time and may not understand that. So it's really for those handful of people that don't understand that yet. And I think that the artists really appreciate that too, because there's nothing more disrespectful than people laughing and telling jokes or hackling or doing something like that when it's sort of a sincere moment, or they're telling the story about the song and people are laughing. It does kind of take away from it. But
it's distracting.
No, we're certainly not going to disinvite anyone. We've all done that, right? We've all been overserved and maybe had our mouths open more than our ears.
I know that's right.
Yeah, that's true.
Now, this is kind of like a semi-private, but you want people to come. So how do you manage that as far as, you want a lot of people to support the artist, but you don't want, 75 people that you don't know showing up in your house and, walking through your house and all this stuff, So how do you manage that?
It's a little bit delicate. So, of course, we invite all of our friends on Facebook. We've got a West Rita Ville House Concerts Facebook page, and there's a little under 400 people that are following it. And then there's enough tags on there where people locally, if they're doing a search on it, then they'll find it. So we get people from around here that we don't know that I'll find the page, and most of them actually kind of reach out. Hey, is it okay if I come? Yes, and then we're in a meetup group, so we tell people about that, and so we get people coming from that. It's like a social, group. So we usually kind of at least know the people a little bit. So we don't put an ad in the paper. I'm not broadcasting it on a big public Facebook page. I don't want a bunch of people here that I don't know, because we do have to let them in the house to use the bathroom. But it's never really been a problem, and usually the folks that come to a house concert venue, everyone's just been super friendly and very nice, and you can tell very, very quickly if you trust somebody, and we've never had a problem with it. But it is kind of a balancing act, because you don't want to just have the public come in. You want to have a warm public, I'll call it, a friendly public.
A warm public, yes, I like that. We want a warm public to come and have a good time, yeah. Yeah, and, because you don't want strange food from people you don't know either, right?
Yeah, who knows what you may end up with.
People invite their friends and their family and stuff, too, so there really hasn't been a problem with attendance.
Yeah. Well, cool. So have you got anybody upcoming that you want to announce?
We do.
All right.
So next Saturday, 6 days from now, we've got Joe Downing coming.
All right.
Nice.
That's to be a good show.
I love Joe. So he's coming on Saturday, doors 5, show at 6. And I've been playing the bass for about 5 years or so. So I try and learn a few songs from every artist and get up there and play. So I'm going to follow the tradition and do it again with Joe. So we're very excited, and he's somebody that's playing in Pittsburgh the next day. So we got that coordination with him done. And then he's playing somewhere in New York State, I think around Buffalo or something like that, the following day. So he's making a 3-city run in one flight from Florida. So awesome for him.
Very cool, man. It's, I just can't thank you guys enough for what you're doing for the genre of the music and the artist. And it's not necessarily a trop rock. Carrie is a country artist, and so you're probably a lot like us. We just like good music, and we've had some blues artists here. We've had all kinds of stuff. So is that kind of you're just bringing good music to people that want to hear it, right?
Absolutely, yeah. So Becky's got her Trop Rock Strong shirt on, so we're definitely trop rockers.
Trop rocker, and Mike's got his Bahama Mama shirt on.
There you go. Well, I plugged you guys whenever we had Stephanie on, so
Yeah, I love her. She's awesome, and so is Alex.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, we can't forget about Alex.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I saw them at the Yard in Tampa in June. They were phenomenal for being a lead bass player. He was a darn good lead guitar player that night.
Yeah.
But yeah, we are not afraid to bring in non-trop rock. We appreciate great music.
Yeah.
You know, and Carrie's one of them. If you've not heard her and you hear her, you sort of get a little bit blown away. She's very, very good.
Absolutely.
And she's actually starting to get scheduled now. She's scheduled at the Habitat in Sarasota. I mean, Bradenton.
Yeah.
And Little Key West in December.
That's a pretty cool place. Now, you talk about a guy that's went all out,
Yes.
Little Key West.
Right.
Oh, that's crazy what
place.
he's done down
so
there.
She's making her way in, and so we'll welcome great artists anytime.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we love what you guys are doing. I just wanted to help get the word out about all the hard work because, again, I have a lot of respect for the the fact that you can't control the weather and you can't control, because what drives me crazy is I'll have an event on Facebook and nobody will, they're not, it's there, but they won't, I don't know how many of them's coming, right? So it kind of stresses me out because I just want a good turnout for the artist.
Mm-hmm. Well, wait, I do have a small story about it. I'll be brief about the weather. So we do have room inside to host people. I don't think 50 people would work out. I mean, they'll fit. It will be enough seating. But so we had Corey Young here 2.5 years ago for my birthday party, and it was a very big party. We had a lot of people here. And the Story of the Century rolled in about 3/4 of the way through the show.
Of course.
I mean, it was bad. So we adjourned to our garage, the 3-car garage, and put the easy ups outside to kind of help keep the rain at bay. But I tell you what, it didn't slow down the party at all. We had a ball, even with the thunderous lightning and downpours. Of course, we had to move all the equipment in and everything, but it was a blast. So, I guess I would encourage any house concert owner to have a backup plan. And our other backup plan is that we've got some friends that are members of a boat club that's about 2 miles from us, and they can rent the boathouse for like $25.
Nice.
So there's been times where we have rented the boathouse as a contingency plan. So have that backup plan in case of weather, for sure.
Well, there you go. Well, we love you guys, man, and we appreciate everything that you're doing out there, and we're going to let you fly. We got to get ready for Demare because, I got contracts and stuff with him.
Oh, man.
I mean, if we're late for him, I'll never hear the end of it. So, but thank you so much for taking time to be on the show this morning.
Thank you so much, Danny. Our pleasure.
Absolutely. We'll see you guys later, okay?
All right.
See ya.
See you in Key West.
See you in
Bye.
Key West.